The ground trembles, not with an earthquake, but with a new sound from above, a thunderclap of displaced air. A shadow, impossibly vast, sweeps over the savanna, eclipsing the sun for a full minute as something enormous passes overhead. This isn't a cloud space or a super-O-plane. It is an elephant, an animal weighing thousands of kilograms, soaring on wings that defy every law of physics we understand. Its immense form, sleeked by the wind, glides with an unsettling grace, its colossal wings beating in a slow, powerful rhythm that echoes through the landscape, a sound that vibrates in your chest. Your eyes follow, tracing the impossible trajectory of a creature designed for Earth, now claiming the sky. Imagine the sheer scale of those wings. They are not merely large, they are architectural wonders, likely spanning over 50 meters, each one a living canvas of toughened, leathery skin stretched over a framework of bone and sinew. This isn't soft avian down. This is a heavy-duty, reinforced membrane, perhaps even studded with specialized feather-like scales at the leading edge to cut through the air with less drag. The power required for such lift would demand pectoral muscles so gargantuan they would dominate the elephant's entire upper body, replacing nearly all the familiar neck and shoulder mass. Its chest cavity would be dramatically reshaped, a deep, keel-like sternum extending outward, providing immense surface area for these flight muscles to attach. Muscles fueled by a metabolism running at an unheard-of intensity. The skeleton itself would be a biological paradox. An elephant's bones are dense, heavy, designed to support immense weight against gravity. For flight, they would need to be hollow, pneumatized, crisscrossed with internal struts for strength, much like a bird's, but on an astronomical scale. This means an entirely new bone structure evolved for aerial existence, lighter than our current understanding allows, yet still robust enough to handle the stresses of landing and the occasional ground-based interaction. Its colossal skull would also be redesigned, lighter, perhaps with a more aerodynamic profile, losing some of its ancient heavy mass to aid flight. Think about the heart of such a creature. It would be a monumental pump, a biological super engine working tirelessly to deliver oxygen to those hyperactive flight muscles, pushing blood against the immense gravitational forces encountered during ascent and maneuvering. Its respiratory system would be a marvel, likely incorporating a system of air sacs extending throughout its body, much like birds, allowing for a continuous, highly efficient flow of oxygen, preventing hypoxia at higher altitudes. This elephant would literally breathe more air, more efficiently than any creature currently alive, a constant furnace of energy burning within its massive frame. The skeleton itself would be a biological paradox. An elephant's bones are dense, heavy, designed to support immense weight against gravity. For flight, they would need to be hollow, pneumatized, crisscrossed with internal struts for strength, much like a bird's, but on an astronomical scale. This means an entirely new bone structure evolved for aerial existence, lighter than our current understanding allows, yet still robust enough to handle the stresses of landing and the occasional ground-based interaction. Its colossal skull would also be redesigned, lighter, perhaps with a more aerodynamic profile, losing some of its ancient heavy mass to aid flight. Think about the heart of such a creature. It would be a monumental pump, a biological super engine working tirelessly to deliver oxygen to those hyperactive flight muscles, pushing blood against the immense gravitational forces encountered during ascent and maneuvering. Its respiratory system would be a marvel, likely incorporating a system of air sacs extending throughout its body, much like birds, allowing for a continuous, highly efficient flow of oxygen, preventing hypoxia at higher altitudes. This elephant would literally breathe more air more efficiently than any creature currently alive, a constant furnace of energy burning within its massive frame. The very act of takeoff would be a spectacle, a mini hurricane of dust and displaced air. It wouldn't simply leap, it would gather momentum, perhaps charging across an open plain, its powerful legs propelling it forward before those titanic wings unfurled and began their agonizingly slow, deliberate beat, gradually lifting the colossal mass off the ground. The initial ascent would be strenuous, a test of pure power. But once aloft, the elephant would catch thermals, using its massive wingspan to glide effortlessly for incredible distances, conserving precious energy. Landing would be a controlled descent, braking with those powerful wings, perhaps skidding on its powerful legs, causing a localized tremor as its weight returned to the earth. This shift to an aerial existence would fundamentally rewrite elephant behavior. No longer bound by rivers, mountains, or vast distances, their migration patterns would be utterly transformed. They would traverse continents in days, not months, following favorable winds and atmospheric currents, perhaps even crossing oceans with regular ease. This opens up entirely new foraging opportunities. They could access remote plateaus, isolated islands, or strip the upper canopy of previously inaccessible rainforests. Imagine herds descending like living blimps into untouched valleys, or delicately plucking leaves from the tallest trees, hovering briefly like gigantic hummingbirds. Their social structures would also adapt. Flying in formation, communicating through complex calls that cut through the wind. Perhaps a lead elephant, the most experienced flyer, guides the herd through turbulent weather systems. Calves, born with miniature but functional wings, would undergo rigorous flight training, learning to navigate the vast, dangerous skies. Maternal instincts would extend to aerial protection, shielding their young from storms or aerial predators that would inevitably evolve to challenge these new titans of the sky. The ecological ripple effects would be profound and immediate. Ground predators like lions, accustomed to their powerful but earthbound prey, would suddenly find their primary food source literally out of reach. This would force a rapid evolution in their hunting strategies, perhaps leading to smaller, faster arboreal forms or a dramatic decline in their populations. Conversely, the flying elephants would become apex predators in the sky, their sheer size making them virtually invulnerable to anything else but other flying elephants or truly gargantuan mythical aerial hunters. Vegetation patterns would shift dramatically. Elephants are keystone species, shaping entire landscapes through their foraging. Now, this influence extends vertically. They would graze the tops of trees, prune entire forests from above, and distribute seeds over unimaginable distances, fundamentally altering plant distribution across continents. Their aerial dung dispersal would lead to new fertilization patterns, potentially creating unexpected pockets of rich vegetation in previously barren areas, or over-fertilizing others. Entire ecosystems would reconfigure themselves around the presence of these flying giants, a dynamic, ever-changing aerial ballet of life. Consider the atmosphere itself. The constant thunderous beating of millions of colossal wings would generate localized air currents, potentially influencing weather patterns on a regional scale. Massive herds passing through cloud formations could cause precipitation or dissipate storm fronts, turning these living leviathans into an unexpected, powerful force of nature. Their sheer presence would add a new dimension to our understanding of atmospheric dynamics. For humanity, the implications would be both awe-inspiring and terrifying. Our ancient myths of flying beasts would suddenly be real, walking, or rather flying, among us. Airports would need to implement drastic new safety protocols, rerouting flight paths to avoid collisions with migratory elephant herds. Imagine a jumbo jet encountering a creature the size of a small building, its wingspan dwarfing the aircraft. Buildings in major cities would need reinforcement or perhaps defensive measures against the possibility of an accidental collision or a clumsy landing. Power lines, communication towers, and other tall structures would become critical hazards, both for the elephants and for human infrastructure. Poaching, a constant threat to existing elephant populations, would take on a terrifying new dimension. Aerial poaching operations, using helicopters and advanced tracking technology, would emerge. Conversely, conservation efforts would also need to adapt, employing drones, satellite tracking, and perhaps even aerial patrols to protect these majestic, vulnerable sky giants. The demand for ivory, if it persisted, might lead to incredibly dangerous, high-altitude hunts. The cultural impact would be immense. Flying elephants would become symbols of unparalleled freedom, power, and majesty, influencing art, religion, and folklore across the globe. Imagine sky safaris, where tourists ascend in specialized aircraft or hot air balloons to observe these magnificent creatures soaring above the clouds. Their ancient wisdom, combined with their newfound mobility, might elevate them to a nearly divine status in some cultures, revered as guardians of the sky and earth. Yet this magnificent scenario also brings immense vulnerability. While airborne, they would be less susceptible to ground predators, but their landings and takeoffs would be moments of extreme peril, exposing them to potential hunters or environmental hazards. A malfunctioning wing, a sudden downdraft, or a misjudged landing could spell disaster for such a heavy creature. A simple broken bone, which might be survivable on the ground, could be catastrophic in the air. The energy demands alone would be staggering. A flying elephant would need to consume an almost unimaginable amount of food to fuel its flight muscles and maintain its accelerated metabolism. Their foraging habits would be relentless, requiring vast, uninterrupted swaths of suitable vegetation. This constant need for fuel could lead to massive habitat destruction, as flying herds quickly strip entire regions of their edible flora before moving on, leaving devastation in their wake. They might become the ultimate ecological engineers, but also the ultimate consumers. The world with flying elephants would be a world transformed, a tapestry woven with threads of ancient wonder and modern peril. The very air would hum with their presence, the horizon forever changed by their silhouette. It would be a constant, breathtaking reminder that the boundaries of possibility are merely constructs of our current understanding, and that sometimes the most impossible dreams can take flight, leaving the mundane world far below. This new reality would redefine our relationship with nature, forcing us to look up, not just at the stars, but at the living, breathing giants that now claim the boundless skies. Every sunrise would herald the potential for a herd to pass, a living testament to evolutionary audacity, leaving behind only the echo of thunder and a world forever changed by the whisper of giant wings.